Hiya babes, welcome to another in the Natural Deo Chronicles. My bergamot and lime Schmidt deodorant review about it literally destroying my underarms got view upon view and comment upon comment in a really short time. And that's of course because it happened to so many of you as well. Luckily for us in this natural living circle, a viewer recommended me to try the sensitive formula, the formula without baking soda. So I have been using it for quite a while and now I can finally give you my thoughts on the sensitive formula. If you haven't already, do make sure that you subscribe, join our natural living circle, and don't forget to hit that like button if you find this video helpful, funny, or just plain adorable. Schmidt's geranium flower sensitive skin formula. The ingredients are, and I'm gonna probably bomb at pronouncing loads of these, but magnesium hydroxide, cocos nucifera, which is just coconut oil, Maranta arundinacea, which is arrowroot powder, capric triglyceride, which is fractionated coconut oil, shea butter, candelilla wax, jojoba seed oil, of course, geranium essential oil. I also don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, and vitamin E oil. So it doesn't have baking soda, aka bicarb, in it at all. The arrowroot powder is probably the best substitute for it in a natural deodorant. And just from those ingredients there, most of us can feel pretty safe, because the reason that the other formula tore up my underarms is because the baking soda in it, which is ironic and funny because that's the only ingredient that literally works to keep the smell at bay. But I tried this out and I was really excited about it, and you know what? For ages it worked well, and by ages I mean maybe 3 to 4 months. While I was using it, it was fine, but after I reached that 4-month mark, what started to happen was it just wasn't lasting all day. So if I put it on in the morning, let's say at 7 a.m. and I went about my normal work day, by the time it reached between 1 to 2 p.m. it was like I need to reapply. So if I didn't carry this with me in my bag, I ran into trouble. So let me just get into the goods and the bads about this sensitive formula. Not about the brand, because I've already introduced Schmidt. You know I love it. If it didn't do that to my underarm, I would have been a faithful customer forever. But you know, baking soda and me doesn't work, but that's not to say for Schmidt's the brand. I like the brand. So I won't go over the packaging or anything that I discussed in the previous video. Go and watch it. But what I will do is talk about this specific formula. First off, the smell. The smell is all right. I've never actually smelled geranium before, so I don't know if it smells like, oh yeah, it just smells like geranium or not. If you do like geranium, you'll probably like this, because I believe that the scent that is the strongest is geranium. I didn't like this smell as much as I liked the bergamot and lime. I mean, I would open that and just inhale it for like 5 minutes. This one, it definitely smells fresh, which I liked, but it wasn't anything that made me super excited to put it on. I do like the sensitive formula more than the bergamot and lime in terms of application. With the bergamot and lime, there were these little balls. You can see that there are tiny balls there, but with the bergamot and lime, it pretty much covered the whole thing, and they hurt a bit to apply. I don't know what exactly those balls were, but it was like rubbing something very coarse on my underarms. And with the sensitive formula, it didn't have that, so I liked that a lot. But because it is more creamy, a problem that I did have with this one that I didn't have as much with the other deodorant, the bergamot and lime one, is because it's so creamy, it like So messy.
So messy.
And I don't like mess if I can avoid it. So the fact that I would put it on, and if I had to put the cap on, there'd be all the cream on the outside. And as I said earlier, I have to carry this deodorant with me. So that getting on my bag is just not something that I like. I also don't like carrying it in a Ziploc bag. It just, I would like a deodorant that I don't have to have as much fuss. So for this one, there was a lot of fuss with the whole messiness of it. Changed just to show you my underarms right now compared to what they were when I was using the bergamot and lime is so much better. The darkness is not there anymore. I'm not having any itchiness, and everything is honestly so much better than with the other one. A big problem that we have in natural deodorant is, among all the other things, is application and it getting on our clothing. I think a lot of deodorant wearers who use a stick suffer or have these kind of problems. So it's not just us in the natural deodorant community, but we're all looking for something that we can put on and then put our clothes on and not worry about white streaks.
I hate that.
So I just had on a black top. For the purpose of this video, I am going to show you what happens with this deodorant and one of the things that I absolutely did not like. So open it up, put it on. It comes on quite creamy, almost like shea butter, which is nice. And the smells there's a bit of white residue. A seasoned natural deodorant wearer will get a napkin or a pad and just blot that, or even keep the paper towel on it so that you don't get anything on your clothes. But I'm just going to show you as an example what would happen if I just went ahead and put my shirt on like this. God, it's a black top as well. Oh my gosh. Okay. So if I'm extra careful, I might be okay, but I'm going to just show you what would happen if I just put it on, you know, and it rubs. So now I have residue on my top. I hate that. And normally it'll be like, well, right now it's on the inside, which isn't too bad. Normally what will happen though is it would rub on, so you'd see it on the front part of my top, and that would mean that I cannot wear that top out, or I have to try and wash it off. So that is a problem that I have, and is one of the reasons why I'm trialing so many deodorants. Is I really want to find one that smells great, that works all day, that is nourishing for my skin, or at least not harmful, and that doesn't make a mess for me all around. If you are wanting to try this deodorant, I will give you a little tip for the residue. You can see, because I've just used it, there's loads of like the cream all everywhere. So if I put the cap on it, it's just gonna spill over. But anyway, the arm that I didn't do just then, put the deodorant on like mama taught you. You'd get a paper towel and just kind of hold it on. Get your top. And by the way, also you can see that there's the white deodorant underneath the armpit, and there's none on this armpit, and that's because I'm not actually using this deodorant anymore. More on that when I do the video on it, but the white residue does happen with this specific deodorant. This is a bit of a struggle when you have to put the paper towels in, but it does prevent the problem. So on this side, there is no white residue, thanks to the pit paper towel.
Pit paper towel.
Overall, I do like the deodorant. It's a lovely alternative for us that do like the brand Schmidt, but can't mess with any of the deodorants that have the baking soda in them. But It's not the winner. It's not the winner.
Not the winner.
I hope that this review has helped you decide, especially for any of the Schmidt's lovers out there. It is a great brand, and if you're very sensitive to baking soda like I am, this is something that you can try. Keep in mind that it's not the one. We'll know when we find the one. I think I found the one, but I'm gonna give it a couple months before I come on here and tell you about it. Okay, my darlings, I'm loving you loads. Until next time, treat yourself. Really look after your skin. I love you all. I hope you have a fabulous, fabulous day. Bye.